All right, Kevin and John from Loops are joining us here today at News at Noon on Sunvalley News. John and Kevin, how are you guys doing? We haven't seen you since March of 2020, just before COVID hit, or just after, I guess, COVID hit. How have you guys been?
Pretty good. It's been a struggle, obviously, being a musician during COVID. Everyone in every industry has had their obstacles, and the biggest thing for us is just losing live music. We do this full time, our band, so losing the opportunity to perform live in front of people every single day has been a massive adjustment. But we've done a lot of online shows and virtual shows, and we actually found some creative ways near the end of the year that we were able to get ourselves out there. If you want to.
Yeah, so it's definitely been a lot of ups and downs, right? So, we thought that it was going to kind of come to an end, starting start of last summer and whatnot, right? And then, we were able to play live a couple times, which was phenomenal. Just in, regardless of the size of the crowd, the people who wanted to be out there, definitely showed their support. And, we're really enthusiastic for us even just to perform live once again. So we were truly thankful for that. And then obviously things changed once again. So, I mean, that's unfortunately just the nature of the beast that we've been kind of dealt with, over this past year and a bit. So as Kevin was mentioning, we were, able to figure out different ways to, perform virtually and, different settings and, kind of do our part to kind of help out other people, right? During
Yeah.
all these kind of times. Yeah.
Was it hard to go from live performances to virtual where you don't have an audience clapping for you at the end? Was that a little bit more of was that the biggest change for you?
Yeah, it was. The audience feedback really helps when you're a performer and you feed off of the energy of the crowd. You get an idea, like, are they enjoying the ballads? Do they want kind of a little more up tempo today? Like, every crowd is different, right? So you kind of take it by each show. It was interesting because we did a bunch of different shows in the kind of the beginning of COVID and over the summertime. And then I think the best practice for us that kind of got us a little bit more into a groove was we actually did 3 shows for all the veterans and the retired people and the elderly seniors that were kind of still confined to their actual retirement homes and their care homes and everything on Remembrance Day because they couldn't go out and actually celebrate in person themselves. And we did 3 back-to-back shows over the course of an hour and a half each over 3 shows. And when we did those, it was good practice because they were basically the same 3 shows in a row. They were just for different groups of people watching them. So that kind of allowed us to have a little bit more structure and get a better idea of, like, on the fly kind of entertaining people without knowing exactly what the feedback was. And from there, we ended up doing like a big musical advent calendar over December where we raised a bunch of money for Salvation Army that way. And yeah.
So you really plugged into the community.
Yes, we definitely tried our best to, give back to the community as much as we could. And, for us as musicians, the way that we can do that is through music, right? So we were truly grateful, just to be able to play music and, have people listening who wanted to tune in. And, I think Kevin touched on it a little bit, but, all of the senior homes, like, also, like, were able to stream it live for their residents as well. So that's why we structured 3 different shows, is so they could get people in safely, take them out, get the next group in, take them out, and obviously do that 3 times. So
But that was all new to us, right? So
Yeah.
that was kind of learning lesson on the fly. Doing a show like in front of dedicated fans and people that knew us and they were just wanting to see a Loops show in, say, July. It was a lot different than doing it in front of a complete different crowd of a few hundred strangers that don't know necessarily who we are, or maybe they haven't seen our show before, but they're interested. So that was kind of trial by fire, and I think that really kind of helped us grow as artists, where we'll take that once COVID's finished and the pandemic, we've moved past it, we can do live shows again. It's just
Yeah.
another belt now.
So you have an album coming, or you have an album out now. Is this something that you wrote during COVID?
Yeah, there's a couple songs that we had already pre-COVID, but there's 11 songs that are going to be on our track. It's self-titled. It's called Loops. And yeah, we wrote 8 of those songs since the beginning of COVID over the course of the last year now. And we wrote, to be honest, 5 times that amount over that entire time period. Not all of them are completed songs. Some of them are completed, but they just weren't good enough to make the cut on this album. But the 11 songs we have them perfected, and we hit the studio in, I guess now only in a couple weeks.
Only in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, June 1st. We go to Vancouver Island, and we're going to be recording with Doug Cox. He's a renowned piece. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, we're really, really excited.
We're very
about it.
excited.
Like you can't,
yeah, exactly.
It's our album, and it's just our originals, right? So we're pretty excited to kind of put our music out there now, finally.
That's so exciting! Congratulations! I'm curious though. What are the songs about? How did you? What was the process of you writing these songs?
There were definitely a lot of different inspirations that we had. So, from some songs, right, we had Kevin's son who was, a source of inspiration.
The elephant in the room during this interview is my 8-year-olds come by a couple times, curious what we're doing. So there's a couple songs written about him being a father. The nice thing about us is there's an age difference between John and I. Like, we've become like best friends, brothers. And that partnership as a band has been fantastic. But we have different life experiences. So as opposed to a lot of bands, we can write from different points of view and perspectives of things that are important in our lives right now. I'm writing some songs about being a dad, and John's writing some songs about having like the first person I'm really truly in love with and having a real relationship that's impacting me, as opposed to the high school kind of younger kid relationship, right? So it's that evolution of both of us as people, and you're getting to see that like just digitally right in the actual album.
Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to hear it. So then you're heading out to the island to record this album. When is it going to be officially released?
The hopeful date is the start of July, because we record from June 1st to the 11th. We should be able to cover a big chunk of the actual full album, including post-production during that time period, but we want to be able to leave a little bit of time to be able to make sure it's completely polished once we actually leave the recording studio. And then at that point, it's just a matter of kind of having a launch date, which again, we're setting ourselves right now, barring any unforeseen circumstances, of having a launch date of the start of July. For people that help contribute to our album, we actually have a big fundraiser set up right now to raise money for the album itself to help us a little bit. And those people, one of the perks that we've set up on Indiegogo, it's kind of a Kickstarter, is they get a digital release of 1 week early. So it's one of our entry level perks. You contribute $10, you get the album a week before anyone else gets it on Spotify and whatnot. So we also want to give whatever date it would be. So if it was ready to go for July 1st, we want to make it on July 7th, for example. So that way everybody that was able to contribute and wanted to get the album before anybody else actually gets the album before anybody else.
Oh, that's exciting. So if people want to join that, how can they go ahead and do so?
Super easy. They go to Indiegogo, which is INDIEGOGO.ca. You can literally find that even just in like a simple Google search. And then just type our name, LOOPS. You'll see this logo right here on John's hat. You'll be able to see us. You'll find it. We have a whole huge page. And if you have any trouble doing that, if anyone has access to Instagram or Facebook, just the word official, OFFICIAL_loops. Type that into an Instagram search. You'll see our page. Shoot us a follow if you can, or a like. And then on our main page, though, on the Loops page on Instagram and Facebook, is a direct link as well, directly to the Indiegogo page.
Okay, we'll put those up as well, and then tag them into this interview for sure. Do you have any plans to perform at all this summer? Are you guys out anywhere performing?
So we actually have a couple different plans, as long as restrictions allow us. So we were fortunate to play a couple times last summer at a winery out here in Kamloops, just north of Kamloops actually, and at Bravado Winery, Woodward Cidery. So we played there a couple times last summer, and they invited us to be their house band for this upcoming summer. So starting May long weekend, we will be playing as their house band. So that's kind of their kickoff, welcome to the summer, kind of patio open, everybody, obviously with restrictions and everything in place as well, social distancing and whatnot, right? And then as of May 30th, we're playing every other Sunday for 2 hours from 3 to 5. just as their house band, as their main act.
Yeah, and if anybody sees this that is interested in checking out the shows on that 22nd and 23rd of May, that's the Saturday and Sunday. It's actually going to be like kind of a day-long event that they're going to be putting on at Woodward Cidery at Bravado. There's no tickets paid for, so it's not officially actually an event, but as long as you have a group of 6 people or less, you're allowed to be there. Social distancing, you got to wear masks when you're leaving your table, et cetera, et cetera. But there's going to be 2 other acts in addition to us as well that are going to be playing on the Saturday and then again on the Sunday. And we're going to be the headlining act on both of those nights to finish off the evening. So if people want to come check us out live right now, that's the biggest. We have a couple other gigs we'll be playing here or there, like John said, COVID permitted. But if people want a consistent place to find us, then that would be the place. You know, Ashcroft, Cache Creek is just kind of a little jump and, in the car.
Yeah.
Just Kamloops, and
we hope to see you out here.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. We love playing out there. So the sooner we can get back here, the better.
Yeah. Nadine, message me back.
Right.
We gotta get the loops out here. All right, well, guys, it was great chatting with you, and we look forward to seeing you guys come out here again, and then also for people that want to check you out online, I'm sure they'll go do so. Thanks so much for watching.
Dark night, cloudy sky, we're running out of time to say goodbye. I hold your hand, you hear me cry, can't breathe, I feel my heart just breaking, thinking back on all our memories, struggling to say what you mean to me. I can't picture life past you. Tell me one more story. I wish I heard them all. Talk about the sunny days and the stormy seas. Remember long lost friends or your enemies. The loves you regret and the ones you hold dear. Please tell me a story, will I still have you here? It's not about me, it's about you. But when you're gone, I don't know what I will do. You've been my strength, you are my rock, always making time when I needed to talk. So take my hand and hold it tight. I won't leave your side throughout this fight. I can't picture life past you. Tell me one more story. I wish I heard them all. Talk about the sunny days and the stormy seas. Remember long lost friends or your enemies. The loves you regret and the ones you hold dear. Please tell me a story, will I still have you here? It's almost time, it's almost time. I just wanna let you know I don't know how to say goodbye. I will never let you go. Tell me one more story. I wish I heard them all. Talk about the sunny days, stormy seas, long lost friends, enemies, loves you regret, ones you hold dear. Tell me a story. Talk about the sunny days and the stormy seas. Remember long lost friends or your enemies, the loves you regret and the ones you hold dear. Please tell me a story while I still have you here. Tell me one more story. I wish I heard